Alright, what's going on, boys? Welcome to the brand new channel for Injustice 1 videos. A lot of you guys have heard me talk about Injustice 1 and how much I love this game. This is for sure my favorite mobile game out there. I do like Injustice 2, but aside from the gameplay, I feel like Injustice 1 is better in everything else. There's a lot more characters, a lot more versatility. The gears are very OP, which means that even if you kind of have a bad character, you could still add a lot of really powerful gears and make that character good, which is good because you don't have to keep using the same characters over and over again like you do in Injustice 2. Plus, the fact that there's no raids means as long as you kill your opponent in arena, you're good. You don't have to be super overpowered. Just win the match, which is really cool because you can just replay a lot of different teams over and over again, which is my favorite part about the game. The grindability is also a lot more enjoyable because you grind throughout the game a little bit faster. But anyways, for the first video for my Injustice 1 channel, I wanted to make a video of me showcasing what I have going on in my roster for right now. That way in the future, I can kind of look back and see what's going on with my roster then, right? Try to see the progression throughout the months and the weeks and maybe even the years in my Injustice 1 account. So that's exactly what we're going to do. By the way, just to let you know, the majority of what's built in my account right now was from a long time ago. Maybe like 5 years ago. So I definitely wouldn't do the same things that I did back then. Like, for example, I wouldn't promote Harley Quinn to X over Injustice 2 Superman. I would have greatly preferred to promote this character first. But again, I made this account a long time ago when I didn't really know what I was doing. But again, that's kind of like the whole point of this video. I want to see how my progression changes throughout the months and the years. So the first character we're going to look at is going to be Flashpoint Batman. This character is definitely a character I do not regret building, okay? He is insane. Probably the best character in the game. I know a lot of people like to look at Arkham Knight or Arkham Knight Batman, but Flashpoint Batman, bro, he just does a lot of critical attack damage. With his passive, he can do double the critical attack damage. And critical attack damage already gives you 250% more damage. So that's a lot. On top of that, one of my favorite things to add with this character is gears that allow him to do a lot of basic attack damage. I don't really want to wait for my special abilities. My basic attack hits can do like 60 grand every single heavy attack. So there's no point for me to wait for my special abilities. They're there, I like them, but I'm just going to go absolutely ham with my basic attack hits, especially if I'm going to be playing campaign, because I can kill opponents very, very fast. So as you can see right here with my gears, I just focus on basic attack hits with this character. And fun fact, I spent pretty much all of my vacation on Christmas building this character a couple of years ago. And again, I do not regret it one bit. This was totally worth it. Now we're going to move on to Harley Quinn. Again, like I said, I kind of regret building this character to Elite X. She's not bad, but I think if I would have built Jessica Cruz or Injustice 2 Superman, it would have been a little bit better. However, I have seen a lot of gameplay with this character with the totem gear, and her special 2 can do a lot of things with the totem gear. Because if you don't do any damage to the opponent, then your totem allows you to use your special abilities again. And her special 2 has a lot of things that you could do where you don't do damage to the opponent. Like you can heal up the entire team, you can give your teammates power bars, you can give your teammates extra damage boost. This doesn't damage the opponent when you use it. Therefore, you can keep activating special 2s as much as you want. And then when you're ready to use it, you can use the bomb, which is unblockable and can do a lot of damage to the opponent. And if you knock them out, the totem also lets you reuse your special ability if you knock out an opponent with that special ability. So there's a lot of things going on with the totem and this character. The only problem I have is that I don't have the totem. So again, I do kind of regret building the character. But definitely once I get the totem, I'm going to make a video about that because she is insane with the totem. The next character we're going to look at is going to be Rebirth Jessica Cruz. One of my favorite characters in the game. Her combo ender is very, very cool, and it has a chance of stun, which means using the Cloak of Destiny on this character is really, really good. I like to flip-flop with this character though. Sometimes I like to do a lot of basic attack damage. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of extra basic attack damage and add more gears that let me do more special ability damage. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But I kind of like that because she's a little bit more versatile. I definitely change up this character's gear sets more than my Flashpoint Batman. I don't think she's better than Flashpoint Batman though. More fun. I will say she's more fun. But anyways, the next character we're going to look at is going to be Injustice 2 Superman. This character is a beast of a tank, man. If you guys play Injustice 2, he's a lot like Armored Superman, except way better. After tagging in, he's not going to take damage from the first special ability that the opponent does on him. But you can refresh it every single tag in, which is really, really good if you want to tank special abilities, because you're not going to take any damage in the first place. Not to mention that this character's health is very, very high, and the cost to promote this character is very high as well. So his stats in general are very, very good. So yeah, this character is definitely one of my favorite characters. His special 2 can do a decent amount of damage, but I like to stick to the tanky type of side for the gear sets for this character. The next character we're going to look at, by the way, I'm not going to talk about every single character, just the ones that really stick out. I'm not going to talk about Wonder Woman New 52, just because the only reason I leveled up this character is because I think I got her from the challenge pack or something, and then the promotion was there, the promotion X, or the breakthrough was there for this character, so I just promoted this character up to Elite 7. I do regret building this character, though, because I just don't use her. I guess I thought back then that having this character at Breakthrough Elite 8 would be good, but I never use her, so that was a complete waste. The next character we're going to look at is going to be Rebirth Raven. I love using this character with Jessica Cruz. Jessica Cruz is also a Rebirth character, so they have synergy. But on top of that, Jessica Cruz's combo ender is very, very long, which means it can generate a good amount of power for the enemy. With Raven, every single time you tag her in, if the opponent has more power than she does, she steals their power. So think about it. You use the combo ender for Jessica Cruz, and then you tag in Raven, and you're going to take all of that power away from the opponent and keep it for yourself. I really love using this character. She's kind of like Reverse Flash for Injustice 2, just way better, because you can control when you want to swap the energy. The next character we're going to talk about is Lobo. Actually, you know what? I'm not really going to talk about this character. I really do not know why he's Elite 6 right now. I did play his challenge when it came out a couple of days ago, but I don't know why he was an Elite, what would that be? Elite 2? I don't know why he was an Elite 2, because I don't use this character ever. Maybe I got him from a booster pack or something, but I never touched this character. The next character we're going to look at is Luchador Bane. One of the coolest characters in the game for sure. And this is a perfect example of the difference between Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. A lot of characters in this game don't have to be super OP with their stats to make them really, really good. This character has a perfect passive that allows him to do a lot of damage, even though he's not the most expensive character or the best stats character in the game. So whenever you tag in this character, he has a chance of stun. If you stun the opponent, you're going to do 25% more damage. Now look at this. What a lot of people like to do is they like to put the Cloak of Destiny, which is right here. The Cloak of Destiny, I'm sorry, I think my face cam is in the way, but basically what the Cloak of Destiny does is if the opponent is stunned, you can do up to 300% more damage. So even though Bane isn't the strongest character in the game, his strategy and putting the cloak with this character is insane. You can do a lot of damage with that pair, which is why I promoted this character to Elite 7, and I do not regret it. I still have to build up his crit damage and crit chance a little bit more, but I'm doing that slowly. I'm not playing Survivor as much as I should, but whenever I do get some of those augments, I put them on this character because his special one can do a lot of damage if you put the cloak. Not to mention that if you put the League of Anarchy gear piece that allows you to do area effect to tagged out opponents, he can kill opponents and he can kill an entire team of opponents in one special one. So he's a very, very good character. A similar story can be said to Earth 2 the Flash. He's currently the character I'm building right now, today, because his breakthrough challenge is out today. So I want to try to get him up to Elite 8. But what this character does is he's an Earth 2 character, so he does have a team. Whenever you tag him in, he has a chance of stunning the opponent. That also applies to every single one of his Earth 2 teammates. And every single time that you do stun the opponent, all of your attacks are going to automatically do crit, which is great. With Bane, like I was talking about, yes, you can do a lot of damage, but you still have to rely on your special abilities actually critting. With this character, if you stun the opponent and you have the cloak, you're going to crit and you're going to do that 300% extra damage from the cloak right away. There's no ifs or anything like that. It's gonna do a lot of damage as long as you stun, which is awesome. I love this character, and I also believe his stats are a little bit higher than Bane's. So I think this character is a lot better to use with the cloak. Again, you can also use that League of Anarchy gear piece that allows you to do area effect or splash damage, whatever you want to call it, to tagged out opponents and kill them all really fast with one special one from Earth to the Flash. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow when I can get this character up to Elite 8. The next character we're going to look at is Rebirth Green Arrow. I don't really use this character that often, but I do play his challenge mode just because he's really expensive to promote. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say about this character. Suicide Squad Deadshot. His challenge is going to be coming out next week. I am super excited about that because I really do love this character. Basically, he could do a little bit more damage with his special abilities because it can go up to 50% more damage compared to everybody else. When you max out the little mini game that pops up for your special abilities, you can get up to 200%. With this character, you can go up to 250%, which is really, really good. Plus, he's a Suicide Squad character, which means that he does have some sort of bonuses for having other Suicide Squad teammates with this character. So definitely looking forward to promoting him with the challenge mode. He's also very expensive, so definitely going to play his challenge mode and promote him. Arkham Knight Harley Quinn, I never use this character. I don't know why she's Elite 5. I'm just not going to talk about her. Doomsday. This was a character that I used very early on in my account, and I'm really happy about it. I think this character did me really well because his special 2 is pretty strong for a newer player, and every single time you knock out an opponent, you get 50% of your health back. This is really, really good when you only have one good character, right? Obviously, when you're a newbie, it's going to take you a minute to get a full good team. With this character, you don't have to worry about that. As long as you have a good a good Doomsday, you're fine because you're going to heal up every single time you kill the enemy. So this character was really, really good in the beginning. I'm really happy that I promoted this character to Elite 7. Next character, Suicide Squad Joker. I'm not really going to talk about him too much. I mean, I'll play his challenge mode when it comes out, but I feel like he's kind of a bad Suicide Squad character. I greatly prefer Harley Quinn and Deadshot. So not really much to say about this character. Same thing goes for Catwoman. Batman is a Blackest Night teammate. A lot of people like to use the Blackest Night team nowadays, especially with Flash. You have pretty much an 100% chance of an unblockable basic attack hit. So it's really, really good, really annoying. Okay, maybe not 100% chance, but it's a high chance of having unblockable basic attack hits. So it makes the team really, really good. Aside from this, I did play Arkham Killer Croc's challenge a couple of days ago, but not really a big fan of that character. One of the characters I do wish I could work on a little bit more was Blackest Night Martian Manhunter. This guy's really cool, man. Not really the greatest damage dealer or anything like that, but he does have 3 different cycles. One of the cycles, basically what a cycle is throughout the battle, he's going to change his buffs. So one of the cycles gives him a little bit more defense, one of the cycles gives him more power generation, and then one of the cycles gives him life drain, where he can steal some of the damage that he does to the opponent as health for himself and his entire team. So he's a really, really fun character to use. Unfortunately, he's only Elite 3 right now, so I still have to promote him 4 more times to get him up to 7, and then 7 more times to get him up to 10. So I'm still a pretty far away from getting this character maxed out. Reverse Flash. Unfortunately, I didn't play this game recently, so I couldn't play his multiplayer season. So for right now, this character is only at Elite 3. Also, the Most Wanted pack is no no longer in the game. So getting this character is very, very rare unless you can rank up really high in the multiplayer sessions. This character is pretty good. I mean, basically what he does is if an opponent does a special ability on him, he has a chance of cleansing himself and won't take any damage from that special ability or any sort of negative effect. A lot of people, I think, overhype this character. I mean, it's cool, but I would much rather use Injustice 2 Superman, and the fact that this character is very hard to get kind of adds a little bit of salt to the wound, but I do like this character. It's Reverse Flash. I just don't really focus on him too much. Now we're going to talk about Killer Frost, one of the best support characters in the game for sure. All she does is dampens the power generation by 50%. So the opponent is going to generate power 50% less as fast. This is really, really good, man. For multiplayer or arena or online, whatever you want to call it, this is really, really good, man. A lot of opponents rely on using their special abilities to be able to do a lot of damage. If you cut that timer in half for them to be using their special abilities, they're going to be doing half the damage with their special abilities, I think, because I can use my Flashpoint Batman and kill my opponents quick with my basic attack hits. So this character is really, really good. One of the best support characters in the game for sure. Now let's talk about a Silver character. Silver the Flash. Flash characters can do an infinite combo as long as you tap twice. Don't finish tapping with the swipes and everything. Just tap twice, tap twice, tap twice, and you could do an infinite combo. That's what makes this character so good, in my opinion. He also has a speed boost for his attacks, pretty much. He attacks 15% faster, which is really good. It allows you to be a little bit more safer when you're doing that infinite combo. This character, I don't think, is the strongest Silver character. He definitely doesn't have the greatest passive, but because he can do that infinite combo, it makes him a lot better, and he's definitely my favorite Silver character, even though he doesn't necessarily do the most amount of damage. I can kind of say the same thing about Green Lantern. He power generates a lot faster. He power generates 25% faster. That's his passive. Not the greatest character, but I mean, I just kind of decided to build this character because I like him. He's a Silver, so he's not going to be that great, but if I'm going to do the challenge mode for the challenge mode or whatever, and I got to get Silver characters to fight with, this is definitely one of my top characters to use. This is one character I really wish I would have promoted more through the challenge mode, Teen Titans Raven. I used her in a hacked account at Elite 7, and I really, really like this character, man. Basically, what she could do is after using special abilities, she can power drain and steal health up to 25%, or 25% health and power swap after using special abilities. This is really, really good. It only has a chance of activating, but when it does activate, you heal up 25% of your health, and you steal 25% of health from the opponent. That's insane when you're fighting really strong opponents, because it's kind of like it's like a free gear set or something, bro. You're just gonna automatically steal stuff from the opponent just by using your special ability, and your special ability is already gonna do damage. So this character is definitely one of my favorites. Like I said, I do wish I worked on this character a little bit more when I was newer to the game, but I'll just wait for her challenge to pop up, and then I'll get her to Elite 7. Shazam is an interesting character. I don't use this character that much, but just because he's kind of unique, I'm going to talk about him a little bit. After using your super move, you can use free special 2s for, 12 seconds? Yeah, 12 seconds. Sounds like a good idea, but this character got nerfed a long time ago, I think. So his special 2s don't do that much damage. And also, if you want to get this character, I think he's only available in booster packs. So getting this character to Elite 7 is very hard, and even then, his special 2s don't do that much damage. Granted, you can use special 2s for like 12 seconds, so all of that together might do a lot of damage, but I would rather use, I don't know, my Flashpoint Batman special 2, or my Jessica Cruz special 2, or Ares special 2. I don't have Ares, but his special 2 is a lot better. The next character I want to talk about is Killing Joke Joker. I love this character, man. This character was really good for those campaign battles where you had to fight really, really strong bosses towards the end. Because what this character does is whenever he dies, he fills up your power completely. This is also one of the few characters you don't want to be super OP with. Like, you don't want to build this character that much. My character is only at Elite 1, and I am perfectly happy with this because he's going to die a lot faster, which means that his passive is going to activate a lot quicker and give all of my teammates full power bars. That is really, really great. So, whenever I just kind of want to finish battles really quick, I put this guy in, kill him, tag in one of my OP characters with gear sets that let them do a lot of special ability damage, and the battle's going to be over in like 10 seconds. So this character is really, really good for that. What's another character? Oh yeah, Arkham Knight Batgirl. I really regret not building this character up when her challenge came out, or not promoting this character more when her challenge came out. So this character, just like Earth 2 Flash and Luchador Bane, is really good to be using the cloak with. Her special one, what it does is instead of using the special ability right away, she drops a stun bomb first before she does her damage. This is really good. If the opponent doesn't block and you stun the opponent, you can do a lot of damage with this character if you have the cloak. Because again, the cloak lets you do more damage to stunned opponents. Up to 300% more damage. So you use her special one, put the cloak, and you're just going to be doing insane amounts of damage. On top of that, her passives are pretty good. Batgirl has a chance of her special 1 and special 2 to be unblockable. Again, special 1 stuns in the beginning. So if that's unblockable and you stun the opponent with the cloak, it's a wrap for the enemy. She also makes it so that if you have Arkham characters and they're about to die, before they die, she tags in, and I think it has a chance of stunning the opponent. Not the greatest passive, but I mean, it's cool if you're going to have other Arkham characters. But definitely my favorite part is this first part of her passive and her special one. I also want to mention that her promotion is very, very expensive, which means that she has some of the best stats in the game. She cost almost 500,000 credits, which right now is definitely top tier type of stat character. So her stats are really, really good. Her special one is really, really good and great to use with the cloak. So I think this character, I kind of want to work on this character after Earth 2 Flash, because I just want to see just how much damage she can do with the cloak. Her stats are higher than Earth 2 Flash and Luchador Bane, so I think she would be doing even more damage than those other two characters. But we'll just see. Right now, she doesn't have any elites. She's just normal, so it's going to take me a minute to be able to promote the character. So that's a long time in the future that I have to think about that. The next character I'm going to talk about is Batman Ninja Nightwing. One of my only metal characters. I think I only have 2 right now. This character is an Elite 1. I mean, I honestly don't really know how to use this character that much. He's only Elite 1, so I can't use him that much. So this character is definitely going to be one of those characters I look back at in the future, because right now I don't know anything about this character. I never use him. I've never used this character one time in any battle. So I have nothing to say about this character for right now. Let's see other character. Raven. Right now, she doesn't have any elites, which really sucks. You want this character to lose health, but not that fast either, because right now she only has 12,000 health. She could get knocked out in one punch pretty easily. Basically, this character, whenever she reaches, 20%? Whenever she reaches below 20% of her health, she swaps health with the opponent. So you want this character to lose health, but you also don't want her to die right away, right? So getting this character to Elite 5, Elite 6, Elite 7, Elite X is definitely a good idea. You just kind of want to be careful with the character. So this character is definitely a character I'm looking forward to promoting a little bit more. I'm going to talk about Red Lantern Hal Jordan. This character I heard got nerfed a long time ago, but I did use this character in my hacked account, and he's just a fun character to use. I don't really care about the fact that he doesn't do that much damage, because you can use this guy's special abilities all day long. Basically, what this character does is his special abilities are always ready to be used. However, every single time that you use him, it damages him. It takes away a lot of his health. I think his special one takes away like 10% of health or something like that. And then his special 2 takes away like 25% or 20%. My point is that the more you use it, the lower health you have and the more dangerous it is to use this character. But if you do put the Astro Harness, it's really good because you don't lose health for a couple of seconds whenever it's activated and you use special abilities. So it's a fun character to use, not necessarily the most OP. As a matter of fact, the exact same thing can be said with Arkham Origins Deathstroke. This character is really fun to use, but not the most OP character to use. One of the reasons why he's so good is because of his special 1. Whenever you do 200% damage on the minigame with his special 1, it becomes unblockable and it automatically crits. The problem, I think, with this character, from what I've seen, is his stats aren't really that high. So yes, it's going to be unblockable, and yes, you could do a lot of critical attack damage. But if you're going to compare him to somebody like Ares Special 2, which is also unblockable, you know, you probably want to use a character like Ares over this character. If his stats were a little bit higher, he would definitely come more in the top of my list for best characters. But also, getting this character from booster packs is very hard because the most wanted pack is not here anymore. So this character is cool, fun to use, can be pretty strong, just not the strongest, and it's also hard to get the character. So just like Red Lantern Hal Jordan, good character, not the most practical. Next character I want to talk about is Aquaman. This character is really bad, man. This character is really bad by himself. The thing is that if you use certain gears on this character, he becomes a beast, alright? If we go look at his passive, what his special 2 does is, special 2. What his special 2 does is he summons a minion. That's it. And it does a little bit of damage. Now you might be wondering, well, why is this character so good if he has such a bad passive and a bad special ability? Well, remember what I told you about the totem? If you don't do any damage to the opponent with your special ability, you can use that special ability again, which means that this character can tag in minions infinitely if he has the totem, because technically speaking, you're not doing any damage with your special ability. You might do damage with the minion, but not with your special ability. So the totem allows him to continuously spawn in minions. Now the minion doesn't do that much damage, but that's why you add more gears. Another gear you want to add to this character is the death cart. I think that's what it's called, where basically whenever you tag in, you can do a lot of damage. This works for the minion. Whenever you tag in this character's minion, you're going to be able to keep tagging in minions forever, and you keep doing that tag in damage every single time. So you just slowly chip away at the opponent's health, and you literally do nothing. And the opponent can't do anything. I think the death cart is unblockable with that tag in damage. I think. I'm not too sure. But either way, you just keep tagging in minions, keep doing that tag in damage, and you could do that for 5 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, forever. You're never going to run out of power. You're never going to run out of tag in damage. So that's why this character is so good. And I've seen some gameplay of him being used in Survivor, and that's the strategy. You just tag in minions forever and do tag in damage forever. So, yeah, he's a good character if you have the right gears. You have to have the right gears, though. If you don't, this character is completely trash. But anyways, I think that's about it. I can talk about my second metal character. Exactly like Metal Nightwing, I don't know anything about this character. Matter of fact, let's read the passive because I don't know anything about this character. Once the Merciless lands 12 consecutive hits in a row without being hit, his next special ability will be unblockable. That's not that good. I mean, you can use special abilities in an unblockable way if you catch it at the right time. If the opponent starts doing their basic attack hits and you trigger your special ability in the right moment, the opponent's not going to be able to block it. So this is kind of useless in my opinion. Cool, I mean, I guess it could be a cool little feature. Second part says, the Merciless and teammates gain 5% armor on tagging. Oh, that's kind of like Killer Croc gaining armor. 5% is really not that much. If it worked for his special abilities as well, that would be great. But just 5% more armor on tagging is really not that much. Evolved. For every dark power bar used, the Merciless and his teammates gain 5% armor. Oh, okay. Never mind. I might have to take this back. I don't know what dark power is because I don't know anything about metal characters. But I think this is a type of special ability. If that is true, then this is good. This is really good because you can do armor on tagging and your special abilities. But right now, I'm not really focused on this character at all. He's very hard to get, especially if you want to keep promoting him, because it just gets harder and harder because you got to continuously get more cards for the character. It's not like a gold character. It works a little bit different. It's a lot harder. So yeah, this character is not on my to-do list for right now, but maybe in the future I do manage to get this character to Elite 5 or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's the whole roster right there. I've come a long way from when I first started playing the game, man. I was such a noob. I didn't know what to do for like 6 months, right? I would play this game for a short amount of time when I went to work for like 6 months. Like that, so it was very hard for me to progress in the game. And also back then I didn't watch that much YouTube. So I was really out of the loop as to what I should be doing in the game. But right now I'm pretty happy at where I'm at. I think I've come a long way. And definitely going to improve a little bit more throughout the weeks and throughout the months and throughout the years. I don't plan on not playing this game for a long time because I really, really do love playing this game. I guess one thing I forgot to mention is the gears. So for the gears, I have the Ib stick at level 10. It basically allows me to do more special ability damage, and it also gives me power generation and dot damage on my special abilities. I have the Soul Taker sword. Right now it's only level 4. It gives me unblockable chance on basics, 44% life drain chance on special 2, and then it gives me a little bit of damage from the opponent that I kill. Ra's al Ghul dagger. This is probably the more rare. This is probably the most common rare that people get because you can get this from the booster packs. Basically what you do is you can start off with 1 power bar. You have a 100% chance to power drain 6.5% power on combo ender, and you get a little bit of boost from your basic attack hits. This is only level 1 for right now though. I don't really plan on upgrading this one just yet. I don't really care that much about this gear. The next gear is going to be the overpowered pill. This one gives me more damage on my basics, more crit on my basics, 90% chance to life drain on combo ender, which is really, really good for survivor, especially if you have a character that can do a lot of basic attack damage like Flashpoint Batman. And you have a 100% chance to power drain 15% on combo ender. So at the same time that you're going to be doing life drain and healing yourself up, you can power drain the opponent. Right now I'm working on getting all the LexCorp gear set. Right now I only have 2. I'm missing 1. League of Assassin, I only have 1 gear set. I'm missing 2. For the Suicide Squad gear set, I have all of them, but I don't really like them that much aside from Enchantress, which can do a life drain after using her special abilities, which is good. But I also feel like it's not that OP. A lot of people like to say this is one of the better gears. It might be compared to a lot of gears, but I don't think it's comparable with the best gears in the game. It might be better compared to a lot of the bad gears in the game. But I don't know, I'll see. Maybe once I get this one up to level 10, it'll be a lot better. But the final one I'm going to talk about right now, because I got to go in a little bit, is the Cloak of Destiny. Like I said, this one gives you extra damage when the opponent is stunned. Right now, this is at level 6, and it only gives me 180% more damage, but it can go up to 300% more damage, I believe. It also gives you more crit damage on your crit attacks, which is even, it's even crazier. On top of the 300%, you're going to be doing 50% more crit damage, which is just insane. And just a little cherry on top. You can also stun when you tag in. It has a small chance, but you can. And whenever this works, it is very, very nice. It's like Christmas, because you're basically just going to be doing insane damage for free. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Yeah, those are pretty much my most OP gear sets. This is the gear that I'm focusing on getting up to level 10 for right now, for sure. But yeah, guys, anyways, that's pretty much just my roster reveal for what I have going on right now for Injustice 1. Very excited to get some of these characters up to Elite 7, especially Flash and Arkham Knight Batgirl in the future. I'm very excited about that. And Deadshot's challenge coming out next week. But anyways, let me know what you guys got in your roster, what your favorite character is in your roster, and the gear set down in the comments section right now. I'm going to be posting more Injustice 1 videos, maybe not every single day, but definitely whenever I have a good idea, I want to make Injustice 1 videos, because I really, really love this game. With that being said, hope you guys have a good day, stay safe and stay clean, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching.